Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu and the fear of Allah. Umar radiallahu anhu would often hold a straw in his hand and say, I wish I were a straw like this. Sometimes he would say, I wish my mother had not given birth to me. Once he was busy with some important work when a person came to him complaining about some petty grievance, requested for its redress. Hazrat Umar anhu laid a lash across his shoulder, saying, when I sit for that purpose, you do not come to me, but when I am engaged in other important work, you come with your grievances to interrupt me. The person walked away, but Hazrat Umar anhu sent for him and handed his whip over to him and said, you now lash me to even the matter. And he said, I forgive you for the sake of Allah. Hazrat Umar anhu went home, prayed a salat and of 2 rakats in repentance, and upbraided himself, saying, O Umar, you were low, but Allah elevated you. You were wandering astray, but Allah guided you. You were base, but Allah ennobled you and gave you sovereignty over his people. Now, one of them comes and asks you for redress of wrong done to him, and you beat him. What answer have you to give before Allah? He kept on chiding himself thus for a long time. Once Hazrat Umar anhu was going his usual round towards Hara, a suburb of Medina, with his slave Aslam, when he saw a distant fire in the desert. He said, there seems to be a camp. Perhaps it is the caravan that would not enter the town due to nightfall. Let's go and look after them and arrange for their protection during the night. When he reached there, he found a woman with young children. The children were crying. The woman had a pan of water over the fire. Hazrat Umar anhu greeted her with salam and, with her permission, went near her. Umar anhu said, why are these children crying? The woman said, because they are hungry. Umar anhu said, what is in the pan? The woman said, only water to soothe the children so that they may go to sleep in the belief that food is being prepared for them. Allah will judge between Umar anhu and me on the day of judgment for neglecting me in my distress. Umar anhu wept. May Allah have mercy on you. How can Umar know of your distress? The woman said, when he is our Amir, he must keep himself informed about us. Hazrat Umar anhu returned to the town and straightway went to Baitul Mal to fill a sack with flour, dates, fat, and clothes, and also drew some money. When the sack was ready, he said to Aslam, now put this sack on my back. Aslam said, no, please, Amir al-Mu'mineen, I shall carry this sack. Umar anhu refused to listen to Aslam, even on his persistent request to allow him to carry the sack, and remarked, what will you carry my load on the day of judgment? I must carry this bag, for it is I who would be questioned in the hereafter about this woman. Aslam almost reluctantly placed his bag on Umar anhu's back. He carried it with a swift pace right to the woman's tent. Aslam followed at his heels. He put a little flour and some dates and fat into a pan and began to stir. He blew with his mouth into the fire to kindle it. Aslam says, I saw smoke passing through his thick beard. After some time, when the pottage was ready, he himself served it to the family. When they had eaten to their full, he made over to them the little that was left for their next meal. The children were very happy after their meal and began to play about merrily. The woman felt very grateful and remarked, "May Allah reward you for your kindness. In fact, you deserve to take the place of Khalifa instead of Umar." Umar who consulted her and said, "When you come to see the Khalifa, you will find me there." He sat for a while at the place close by and kept on watching the children. He then returned to Medina. On his way back, he said to Aslam, "Do you know why I sat there, Aslam? I had seen them weeping in distress. I liked to see them laughing and happy for some time." It is said that Hazrat Umar anhu, leading the Fajr Salat, used to recite Kaf, Taha, and other such surahs in the Salat and would weep that such surahs so that his crying would be heard way back to several rows. Once he was reciting Surah Yusuf in Fajr when he came to the verse, "I only plead for my distress and anguish unto Allah." He wept so much that he could not recite any further. In Tahajjud, he would sometimes fall to the ground and would get indisposed and inexposed with excessive weeping. Such was the fear of Allah in Hazrat Anhu's, whose name struck terror in the hearts of the mightiest monarchs of his time. Even today, the people are filled with awe when they read about him. Is there any person in power today who is prepared to show such kindness to the people in his charge?